Hello and welcome to the show. Today, we're diving into the world of something mostly unseen but incredibly influential: bioaerosols. These are tiny biological particles floating in the air we breathe. Think bacteria, fungal spores, pollen, viruses, and even tiny fragments of plants and cells, all released from land and oceans. While we often hear about them in the context of air quality or health, their story goes much higher, right into the heart of how our weather and climate are shaped. So how do these microscopic particles end up high in the atmosphere? They're naturally released from soil, plants, and oceans through things like sea spray. Wind turbulence then lifts them, and weather systems or dust plumes can carry them locally or even across entire continents. One of their most critical jobs in the atmosphere is acting as ice nucleating particles, or INPs. For cloud droplets to freeze and form ice, especially at temperatures warmer than -38 degrees Celsius, they usually need a surface to freeze onto. While mineral dust often plays this role, certain bioaerosols have a special trick. They can trigger ice crystal formation at much warmer temperatures, sometimes as high as -5 to -15 degrees Celsius. This amazing ability is often thanks to specific proteins or unique structures on their surfaces. This ability to kickstart ice formation at relatively mild sub-zero temperatures has huge implications for clouds. Clouds that contain both supercooled liquid water and ice crystals are called mixed-phase clouds. Bio-INPs can speed up the change from liquid droplets to ice crystals in these clouds, a process called glaciation. This changes the cloud's makeup, how long it lasts, and how it interacts with sunlight and heat. By deciding if a cloud is mostly liquid or ice, bioaerosols can affect its reflectivity and its overall warming or cooling effect on our climate. And it doesn't stop there. Ice crystal formation is a crucial step for precipitation in many clouds. Ice crystals grow much faster than liquid droplets by collecting water vapor. Eventually, they get heavy enough to fall as snow or, if they melt on the way down, as rain. By making ice formation easier, bioaerosols can influence how efficiently a cloud produces precipitation, when it falls, and what type it is. Interestingly, rain itself can trigger the release of more bioaerosols from soil and plants. This creates a potential feedback loop some call the bioprecipitation cycle. Biological particles influence rain, and that rain, in turn, helps release more biological particles. The impact of bioaerosols is especially noticeable in certain places. In remote areas like the Arctic or over vast oceans where other types of aerosol particles might be scarce, bioaerosols can be the dominant players in starting ice formation. Recent research in the Arctic, for example, shows a strong link between biological particles from the region and ice forming at unusually high temperatures, up to -15 degrees Celsius. As the Arctic warms and changes, with less sea ice and more vegetation, the types and amounts of bioaerosols released are expected to change too. This could create significant feedback effects on the rapidly changing Arctic climate. Similar studies are ongoing in places like the Amazon rainforest. Despite knowing they're important, figuring out exactly how much bioaerosols contribute to cloud formation and precipitation is a big challenge. Their concentrations vary hugely, depending on location, season, and weather. Plus, their interaction with clouds is complex. Some recent studies hint that while some bioaerosols are great ice nucleators, they might not be so good at attracting water vapor to form cloud droplets in the first place, which could limit their ice-forming chances in some situations. Getting these detailed processes accurately into climate models is a major ongoing research effort, vital for making future climate projections more certain. In conclusion, bioaerosols are far more than just airborne microbes or pollen. They are truly active participants in our atmospheric processes, acting as highly effective ice nucleators that influence the basic properties of clouds and the patterns of precipitation all over the world. Understanding their sources, how they travel, and their interactions within clouds is absolutely essential for a complete picture of our weather systems and for predicting how our climate may continue to change. Thanks for tuning in.